Realtors National Marketing Institute. What years are these from, I wonder?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Watch out! Oh my God!
Generic Realty Incorporated.
Oh God, he actually reacted.
I've been so busy with fixing the roof of this building and worried about everything getting destroyed that I haven't been picking up hardly anything new lately. And however, whenever I find something that's obviously going to get destroyed, I can't really say no. And since yesterday, I finally finished the work on the roof. Next week, the roofers are going to come in and they're going to slap a new roof on. And I fixed a ton of horrible problems. And I'm absolutely wiped out. Thais is wiped out because she's been running around doing things for family members, for us, everything. And you know what? Even though the workshop, the repair shop, is a little bit out of commission, all I should need is a screwdriver. Got that. And some videotapes. Now, the videotapes I happen to have are these that I found in an abandoned realty business. We have The Trainer, Recruiting and Interviewing, Group Dynamics, Communication and Communication Skills. This will be gold. So let's see if that little Zenith works, and then maybe we can watch a few of these. If the Zenith doesn't work, I'm not going to care too much, but maybe I'll play around with my old RCA VCR instead. Well, I'm ready to let this building keep doing whatever it's doing and get out of here. It's funny, my friend who owns this building, he used to work at DuPont, and he thought it was pretty funny whenever he saw it said chromium dioxide, because apparently DuPont had this big initiative. They messed up with some deal and ended up with tons and tons of chromium dioxide they didn't know what to do with. And so they were just trying to make everything out of it. And they had a whole team trying to make magnetic tapes, and they finally got it to work, but it was not very great. But so it's kind of funny that they were like, we have so much of this stuff we've already lost investments in, we need to use this chromium dioxide. And then to see it on things like this where it's like, oh, it has no new chromium dioxide technology. Yeah, it's because they wanted to get rid of the stuff that was a byproduct from like weapons manufacturing or whatever. And here it is. I actually had to fix the local restaurant's ice machine on the way home, but okay, July 1999, Zenith. I'm not bringing this into the apartment. I am going to wipe this off beforehand because this is gross. Plus, it's kind of cool to get to live in a apartment building that has a fire escape, so might as well use it, eh? So everyone, I took it apart, and I think all the grime was because it was in a kitchen. Because it has like a sliminess, but like it smells like Indian food or something like that, or oil.
Probably was in a kitchen.
Yeah, it's not like tobacco, so that makes me feel a lot better. No bugs or anything, so let's turn it on. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is complicated. Okay, so no power. There's a fuse on board. I just checked. It's okay. So I'm quickly troubleshooting it. I've seen two resistor, sorry, well, they are resistors, but very low resistance fuses. How about that? We have two fuses, and we have AC coming over here, and on this fuse we have 160 volts DC, so that's obviously going through a bridge rectifier. And then this chip right here, this MOSFET or whatever, is actually a voltage regulator. So I looked up a 7812A, and the center pin is ground. The left pin, pin number 1, is, I believe number 1, is the unregulated voltage, and the third pin is the output. and this is getting like 16 volts in and putting out almost exactly 12 volts. So we have 12 volts there. I'm gonna, what is that? C416C. So it looks like that is a power supply switching controller thingy. So that has to control some of this stuff going on here. I reached a point where I figured it was time to bring it to the kitchen table. It's a bit big, but I removed the bottom part and I also cleaned it up just a little bit. This is definitely a kitchen or near a kitchen type of television. So there was a lot of grease in there. I'm going to first take a look at, well, I've already taken a look at the power supply, but I'm going to take a look at the front circuit board just to see, is it maybe just the switch that's broken? Well, I tested out the continuity in the switch. Continuity is fine, and there's no real smarts on this board. So the two sides of the power button go to pin 2 and pin 6. However, is it entirely parallel? It looks like it is entirely parallel, so it's just those pin 2 and 6, counting from the red back down. The red just seems to go to the infrared receiver. Hey, Thais. I had it turn on, but I wasn't recording. Well, it didn't fully turn on, though. I had just cleaned the high voltage, and it was sizzling and popping. Do we have that canned? Oh, we do. The canned air that I found in that same place I found the VHS tapes, actually. I won't do it in here, though. Yeah, I just gotta have myself there. Okay, so it has some minor high voltage issues, but it seems like it was all just the connections. I'm glad I plugged it in again. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It does have line 2 running on it, though.
I swear I saw something kind of sizzle over here for a moment.
Yeah. It's probably all the alcohol that I put on it.
Oh, that's probably it.
Because I did put alcohol on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I
still...
think that's what it was.
I think I can leave it.
Ooh.
Did you see anything?
Did you see a flash?
Yeah, because that was the screen.
Oh, okay, that's all. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, so even now there's still a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. Sorry, not hydrogen peroxide. Isopropyl alcohol. The alcohol is probably evaporated, but the water is still on the potentiometer and such. Now, I guess I should also check what the filament voltage is on this. So I just found the data sheet for this. This is an A34 AGT13X. Now this one says X07, but the data sheet I found was for the 13X. And it seems to be the same. It is a 6.3 volt heater, filament in there, which is the same voltage as my 1951 Emerson and quite a bit of other stuff. Now, I just want to figure out, the data sheet doesn't have the pinout on it. So I want to know what button, what pins are the, I figure I can measure it on the tube or I can measure it here. I'm going back and forth with my thoughts because I didn't expect to get this far. Oh, 2.8 ohms, that might be it. All right, so now we have a good portion of that cleaned off. It was the right thing to do. So what I'm actually planning to do is I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to turn it to voltage setting. Okay, so maybe that's not it. Either way, the glow of the heaters, now that I can actually see them, is enough. The main thing I was looking at was if I were to see the heaters be at like 8 volts, or the filament be at 8 volts. I don't really like calling them heaters, but I guess they are heaters. I've seen a few TVs where the circuit was starting to fry them, at least on other people's videos, not on my videos. And so I just wanted to be mindful of that. Now, another thing is you can adjust the flyback to be less high voltage. I've never done that before. And I think this would be a good chance for it. But before that, let's get some video signal on here. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, nice. So I'm actually going to reach in and I'm going to clean the read-write head. Look at that, I got that gunk off of the read-write head. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's going to be kind of loud. No audio. Okay. So that's a good point to know. I never used one of these because I've always looked down upon them as a television snob. Whenever you put the VCR chassis back in, you have to lift this up. And also, I forgot to hook up the speaker. Duh. Ew, it's mono. It's funny how I was such a snob decades ago, or this is for kids. Well, it is pretty much for kids, but that's also what makes it kind of bulletproof and fun.
This tape and the use of your written material, we're going to help you to know what to say and do to make the Success Series as beneficial as possible for your organization and your salespeople. We'll be looking in on Pat Riley as he conducts the module on prospecting for listings for some of his salespeople. He'll be using techniques explained in the module's Leader's Guide, as well as varying some of his presentation methods. But first, let's meet this group from the viewpoint of the instructor. Reedy is new to real estate. She tends...
It works.
Yeah.
Sure of herself, yet she's a good thinker and reasoner. Chris is also new to real estate. She's eager to learn anything and everything, and she's people-oriented. Rick has had some experience. He's quiet and needs to be drawn out. His main interest is in how to increase earnings. Dan is experienced, and the group cynic, with a Here we go again, attitude. But if he becomes interested, he has good ideas to contribute. Janice is also experienced. She's a cornerstone for the group. Practical, pragmatic. She's also a good contributor. Like Rick, Lois has some experience. She's a talker and can tend to dominate, and not all her contributions are worthwhile.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah. Should stay out of the field. I'm joking. Since some people lack understanding of humor, we're joking. We're joking because that's how these times were.
Yeah.
Now is the point at which I'm going to put this thing back together because I am going to blow it out at the repair shop, not here. I don't actually wish to do anything like this at the apartment, but since the repair shop's roof is questionable at the moment, we'll do it just this one last time. But I'm planning to have a whole bunch of like air compressors and nozzles and all sorts of stuff set up so I can just blow things out, clean things up, even if it has cockroaches in it, because I did find 2 cockroaches now. Little dead ones from about 15 years ago in this. No eggs, no poop, but still 2 dead cockroaches. So that was from a past infestation, and if I open up too many of these, I'll find a current infestation. And I wiped it down quite considerably. Isopropyl alcohol was starting to damage the plastic, so I didn't go too harsh on that. Okay, let's see. I switched over to the Mavis app, so it's actually the right frame rate. This is so fucking cheesy.
She's probably saying, here's my card. Let me know when you hear of anyone looking for a home.
Right.
What?
Well, yeah, if they both don't get killed.
What are these answers?
I don't know. This is weird.
She probably belongs to a skydiving Reedy and Dan and Chris and Rick and Janice, and each group should determine their most important concerns, which take about 4 minutes. Oh, and one person in each group should be prepared with a list.
Yeah, all right. Could I have a sign for it? We're supposed to get 2.
This is so dry. So this was the trainer. Ooh, if we get group dynamics, do you think they're going to be arguing and, saying offensive things to each? Stuff from the. This is not from the same place.
Right.
Have your material.
Oh my god. We both said it.
It's all the same.
But it'll really help you move through the material.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, this has commercial advance. Is that the thing that skips past commercials in a recording?
I guess I never had something like that back in the day.
I have a few Cornet films on 16 millimeter.
I know.
I showed them back in like 2013 on my channel. I don't think they're still around.
I don't think so.
I think they went gone in the in the 90s. Oh my god. Realtors National Marketing Institute. What years are these from, I wonder?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Watch out! Oh my God!
Generic Realty Incorporated.
Oh God, he actually reacted.
Widespread problem that is quietly plaguing
We gotta go. He actually reacted. What? Is this about like insurance or no? This is realty. No. Okay, let's go back. What was this?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Cameron Mitchell of Live Action News, reporting from the offices of Generic Realty Incorporated. Our investigative unit
That has to be
is covering a
scripted?
widespread
I don't know though.
quietly
I kind of feel not.
I don't know. That was really funny.
epidemic proportions. Only recently has it been researched and named. Scientists call it Meeting Days Syndrome, or MDS.
We just experienced this.
She looks dazed.
Glazed or closed eyes.
She looks like she's from some sci-fi movie in the 80s.
Urge to avoid the
That guy.
Our hidden cameras have captured these scenes of how MDS can strike in even the best.
I'm glad we switched tapes.
One
This is
symptom,
funny.
usually afflicting the manager, is acute pre-meeting panic.
Sure. Okay. Holy smokes, it's 8:20. Listen, I gotta run. I got a sales meeting in 10
The narrator for this, is that the guy that did the Turbo Encabulator video in the 90s?
Holy smokes.
I don't know.
It sounds a lot like him. Kind of like how you can recognize
For these meetings.
Jam Handy.
Put it anyway. Oh, for cry eye.
In its advanced stages, MDS is characterized by extreme fatigue, absenteeism, and obvious manifestations of boredom throughout the entire group.
And so we ask that you and your staff again give our fundraising drive your usual enthusiastic support. We're counting on you sincerely, James R. Allen, Chairman, Activities Committee. Okay, that takes care of that. Well, all right. Does anyone else have any activity to report now? I'm open to it. I mean, oh yeah, I got a new listing. Oh, let me see. I got this is a good one. It's right here. I got it somewhere. It was. I wrote it down. Maybe I put it in my. It was a house. It's a 3-bedroom house. It's really nice. It's got like those shrubs that are cut in the yard that are like they have in England. You know, the topiary, like shrubs in the shape of animals and stuff. The guy. Nice couple. I wrote
What was
down
this
here.
video about again?
Maybe it's in here.
Group
I
dynamics?
have it. It's a new listing. I have it somewhere.
While researchers are just learning about MDS, the average salesperson on the street has known about it for years. Here are several giving us their candid comments. Tell us, ma'am, what do you think of your sales meeting?
Oh, I guess there's just something you have to do. Gives the manager a chance to sound off. Personally, I don't get much out of them.
And you, ma'am?
Boring.
I don't know. I've never been to one. I hear they're dangerous.
Oh, they're okay. Fun. Wonderful, in fact. My manager's probably going to see this, isn't he?
It's estimated that MDS costs the real estate industry millions of dollars in damages each year. Even when poorly run meetings don't lead to actual injury, they drain energy, waste time, and kill motivation. What can be done? Tomorrow, we'll talk to researchers seeking a cure. This is John Cameron Mitchell, live on Live Action News, coming to you unpre-recorded on the street. Beat it, kid.
I feel like the car backing up was the funniest bit in that. Like, yeah,
That was hilarious.
yeah.
But we're all of us.
Where you can't really tell, like,
And associates alike.
I think that was scripted. I don't know, though. I can't tell.
Syndrome from time to time. But it's hard to make time to plan meetings, get ideas.
Let's get a sample size. Let's go a little further. Let's stop and go forward. This thing's working brilliantly for just picking it up last week on the side of the road. Ooh, has a bit of a sound to it.
Yeah.
Time. Though he won't admit it, he was glad Irene said hello. Even loners need support. Other sales associates have similar...
Oh yeah, I never turned down the flyback transformer.
Oh.
So it's probably fine. I mean, it's fine, but I feel like I could maybe make it last a little longer. But, I still want to play around with that.
Oh, Harry, I need to get with you on that Oakdale house.
Well, here I am. The way business is going, I've got nothing but time.
Meet Harry, cynic and worrier. He's in a slump. His frustration comes out in complaints and occasional attacks. Harry,
Should we see if that Indiana Jones tape works?
safety and acceptance.
Yeah.
Sometimes in
Well,
meetings,
if you're not
Harry's
afraid of getting
that
chewed up in here.
I'm not really all that concerned. The Indiana Jones tape, that was one that I had gotten. I found it in a box somewhere, I think. But I never actually watched it. I've used this as my test tape for my RCA VCR. And so I never really watched it that much. If ever. It's like a 1982 tape or whatever, so it's super heavy. Well, we found the problem. I guess I did tear this one on a VCR once. That's weird. It was actually kind of melted into the side somehow. It's hard to put these back together without tearing that, though. In order to put these back together, you have to snap some of the pins off using a flush cutter. But it does make it so you can open them without ruining the sticker. I already ripped the sticker, though, so pointless. Oh, we're really early on, so that's not actually hurting any of the movie. I think that was the splice right there. I'm not too upset about that.
All time. Indiana Jones and the...
Oh yeah, that'd be copyrighted.
Ooh.
So I can't play too much. There, it's working. Classic. Well, you want to end it there?
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video while I have a day off from fixing the roof. And thank you very much for watching. See you. This will be available for sale at the repair shop once we get the new roof on. Heck, maybe I'll even sell VHS tapes.